Hey, everybody. Good morning. We're live. It's Steve Moran here with my good friend Doug Yates, and
Hello.
we're going to be talking about everything Bitcoin, digital currency, and blockchain here on this show. But a lot of developments, a lot of things have been happening since the last time we got together. Doug, why don't you catch us up?
Yeah, sure. It's been a few days since we've broadcast live here, and welcome. And yeah, a lot of developments in the Bitcoin blockchain world. Treasuries. When I say treasuries, those are governmental governments basically are moving and talking to over-the-counter traders that basically can find Bitcoin for them because they want to store their treasury in Bitcoin. It's happening all over the world. Visa, announced a couple weeks ago that they'll be settling via the blockchain. Blockchain is what Bitcoin runs on. Ethereum, which is another alternative coin, runs on. And they did their test over the last week, and they announced today that all their tests are complete, and they'll be rolling out, and they'll be settling transactions in cryptocurrency, which is amazing.
Does that mean that we'll be able to actually pay our Visa bill with Bitcoin?
I'm not. They're doing it more on their. Visa is a network where they have merchants, and then they have people like us that use their Visa card, and they settle those transactions. Their first step is to settle all the transactions in cryptocurrency because it's so fast.
Is there any other reason that they're doing that? Tell everybody else why. The real reasons that they're doing that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, all the beautiful benefits of a blockchain, which is decentralization. The fees are basically almost nothing. So in Visa, where do they make their profit on the fees? And so they're going to increase their profit margin by doing this. And then they're because the blockchain is decentralized and not one entity controls it, that actually gives power back to the people, us, including Visa, that use the blockchain. It puts the power back enough that we can do back in our hands, that we can do whatever we want as long as we're not infringing on the rights of another across the whole world, and build our business just like Visa's doing. They're doing the same thing that you and I can do. So here's the cool part of all this complicated, network and Visa and blockchain and all that kind of, it puts every one of us, a guy who is a one person, like myself, one person, small business guy. I'm on the level playing field. I'm using the same stuff that Visa's using, which is a multi-billion-dollar worldwide organization. I got the same power they do. They just got more of the zeros than I do, and I'm working on it, and I'm catching up with them. But I got the same opportunity, using the same tools that they are.
Yeah, Bitcoin, it's amazing. I was watching. I'm a golfer, right? I love to play golf, and this weekend I was watching the World Match Play Championships, and just to make it something fun to watch, right? I put down a little wager, back last week. So I opened my Cash app and I sent some Bitcoin over to my sports book, and I had a couple of guys in there, and it was pretty cool because when it came down to the last day, both my guys were in the finals, so I literally couldn't lose. Yeah, I never had anything quite like that happen before, and it was so cool because literally by the time, it was over and they finished talking to the guy, 3-4 minutes after the whole deal was over, the money was in my sportsbook account. I went into my sportsbook account, withdrew the Bitcoin, and within like 2-3 minutes, it was in my Cash App account. It's just amazing how quickly you can do things in the kind of, they're literally starting to take Bitcoin everywhere. Yeah. And it just makes it so easy to move money and to transfer things around where it just, typically something like that. I remember back in the day, used to, when you wanted money out of your sports book, you had to, wait for them to send you a freaking, check by mail that would take like a week or something like that. And, just different things like that. It's just crazy what's been happening. And it's just a lot of fun. What else has been going on out there, Doug?
There's a lot of growth in the educational side of Bitcoin, which is kind of, the reason why Steve and I are here. If you're gonna dive into something, especially something like Bitcoin, it's very, very smart for you to get educated first on all the aspects. It's not as smooth as just going to the bank and it's almost there, but it's not as smooth as just going to the bank. You got to jump through a little hurdles, and just like anything that gives you freedom, you're going to have to take the responsibility to to maintain that freedom and to use that freedom. So like there's a passcode that you got to remember, and that's part of what Steve and I are here to help people with that. I'll give a short story. I got a call from a 73-year-old couple, and they've been in Bitcoin for a while. It's probably 3 years, which is a long time, and they're accumulating Bitcoin. And Steve and I have talked about this. We have techniques that will allow you to never sell your Bitcoin, but you can use it. And so I was talking to them about that. I was going through the ways, because they wanted to buy a new car, and they were living before Bitcoin. They're living on their Social Security, which is $2,500 a month, what she told me. And now they're basically doing whatever they want because they accumulated enough Bitcoin. And she goes out and she's training her friends how to do this. And then she's come to me saying, "Hey, I heard that we could keep the Bitcoin, but we still could get some money out of it and buy this car," which I helped them do that. And so over the weekend, they bought the car, and she's going to call me right after this meeting and tell me how the whole process went. But it's that simple. And so my bottom line is it's all about education, which is what we're all about. That's why we're here. You have to educate yourself on this new paradigm shift, this new way of transacting commerce across the world. And like this really does, I said it earlier in this broadcast, it really does put us all on a level playing field. No matter what age you are, it's ageless basically. No matter what your geographic location is or your financial background or history, it doesn't matter. We all have the same tools. We can all leverage and grow and make up a lot of lost time for whatever past, financial good or bad decisions that we made. This is the future, and just hang with us, and we'll be telling you how to get into it, how to leverage it, how to make money with it, all the benefits of a blockchain. I'll throw it back to you, Steve.
Yeah, it's interesting. You talk about Visa moving into that, and I just kind of mentioned the sports books. Everybody's kind of moving into Bitcoin. It's just everybody is taking it now, and you really do need to understand how it all works. You really got to get your wallet going. There's so many different little facets to it, but it's just it's really an interesting time that we're in. And we want to be
very interesting time.
It's really interesting times because there's just such tremendous opportunity. Kind of backtracking a little bit about 3 or 4 years ago, I took on a consulting opportunity, and I was consulting on a blockchain project for a online casino out in Asia. And basically what they were doing is, they were taking all their money in through credit cards. All their deposits were credit cards. And that industry is so high interest rates, right? Really high fees on taking in that interest. And then there's a tremendous amount of chargebacks. There's a tremendous amount of, stolen cards and things being used to do things like that. And, they just wanted to get their hands and get it into a Bitcoin realm because, you eliminate all of those. You literally eliminate the ability for chargebacks. You eliminate, those big high interest fees. And, he figured that this would probably make his casino probably about an extra $2 million a year.
Wow. Just
by switching to Bitcoin and getting rid of all the other fees and stuff like that. So it's an exciting time. We've got a lot of really cool stuff going on. Doug and I got some really cool things we're going to be bringing out here a little bit later this week. So you have anything else you want to bring in to talk about today?
You sparked something that you were just talking about, and that's secure. Bitcoin and the blockchain, Bitcoin runs on a blockchain. The blockchain is just a ledger, like a checkbook register of all the transactions, and it's completely visible to everybody that can look at the network, which is all of us. But it's actually the most secure way to store your wealth. The reason why it's called crypto is because there's cryptology in there that is securing your digital wealth. And, despite how old you are or where you're from, digital dollars is the future. Digital currency is the future worldwide. We're going there. We're actually already there. So it's time for us to catch up, get educated, which is, why we're here. But I wanted to just stress that one point. It's actually the most secure way in today's day and age that you can secure your wealth is on the blockchain. because of the cryptology. And but some people out there say, hey, well, they get those quantum computers and it can break the crypto code. Well, it's the reverse is also true. Is we could use the quantum computers to enhance the cryptology of it. So I don't think in my lifetime or even in the future generations, they're going to be able to break this cryptology because it'll always be a step ahead of that. There won't be enough power to be able to do that.
Right. So, well, I got a bunch of things I got to work on here today, so we'll make it a little bit shorter show than normal. And we'll plan on being back tomorrow between probably 7 and 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, depending on what time we get things moving around here. And if you guys have questions, comments, if you like the content we've got here, please make comments, questions. We'll be back here, every morning, Monday through Friday, to answer any questions you might have. And that's all I got for you. How about you, Doug?
That's it. Take care. Have a great week.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.